Hi, thank you so much for joining us with the Jasper's hottest trends in the Triangle market. Today, I have Marie Brockenbrough from Inhabit Real Estate, a top realtor here in the Triangle. Her contact information is below if you want to reach out and work with her. And what I would love to pick your brain on today, Marie, is the Triangle market. Is right now still a good time to buy?
I would say absolutely yes. I think that people are watching closely the market and trends nationally is especially what's being reported on. And right now, our market is still a hot market. People are moving here from other metro areas. And I don't think that we have any kind of housing bubble. I think the desire to live in the Triangle is real and will continue to be real. I don't see values backsliding from where we are now. Um, so the nice thing about the market right now is that it's become a little bit more balanced and fair than where we were, in the pandemic years when interest rates were super, super low and everybody was throwing themselves at houses. So we're not in that market anymore, and buyers actually do have a little more control and at least a little more like inventory to choose from at the moment. Um, so yeah, I think it's a great time to buy.
I think sometimes we have a short memory span on how crazy that market was when there was multiple offers, when buyers were getting out of the market because it was just so intense and how good this feels. So I completely agree with you. And so what are the top three things that you would want a buyer or seller to know when entering the market today?
Well, I think a big, big part of success in the market, whether you're selling or buying, I would say top two are going to be who you choose as a lender and who you choose as an agent. So having a lender that can take a look at your financial landscape, usually when you're buying, obviously, to help give you kind of like a holistic view of what your financial goals are and how owning a home fits into that picture. I think is a really important thing. Also, having someone local who is accessible outside of the 9 to 5 banking hours that maybe like a mortgage lender at your bank might offer. Somebody who knows the nuances of like how to buy a down a rate, all of those kinds of things. Someone who really knows our market. And similarly, partnering with an agent who is experienced in our market. I think there are a lot of people with real estate licenses out there, and
Mhm.
not to throw shade on anyone, but finding someone that actually may not just be like a friend of a friend, but somebody who actually does have a lot of experience and years under their belt, a lot of transactions under their belt, to help you, understand the nuances of how the market fluctuates week to week. Somebody who can help you with being strategic in negotiations as a buyer, and also somebody who knows how to position your home as a seller. In the end, I think that can really save you a lot of money, or make you more money if you're on the sell side and you have somebody who's really advocating for you and presenting your home beautifully. I think so. That's one and two. I would
Mhm.
say number three is just setting expectations. So if you are a seller in the market, understanding that things are not always selling the first weekend on the market as we became accustomed to. And sometimes comps from 6 months ago may be not as valuable as comps from the last 30 days. So homes are not falling in price, but things are selling a little closer to list price than they were in the early spring, let's say. So as a seller, just setting expectations about how to price strategically, and also that your house may take a little bit longer to sell. And then as a buyer, also understanding that people are not just, slashing prices. I think we're hearing things in the media about how housing prices are falling nationally. That's not the case here, and things are still selling very close to list price and often even over list, with some negotiability. Obviously, not every house is that way. I think you said combined 50% of houses that you have sold or have done loans for recently have sold either at or over list. And that's kind of been my experience too. Things are selling closer to list price, but it doesn't mean that you're going to get a house for 100,000 under list either. So as a buyer, knowing that you can have opportunities to negotiate, but not always, getting a steal either.
Well, thank you so much, Marie, for joining me today and giving us your take on the market. Again, I'm with Marie Brockenbrough from Inhabit Realty, and her contact information is below if you want to reach out and work with her or work with our team. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much, Marie.
Yeah, thank you.